welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiana, and this is kind of my starting a handmade business series from scratch, where you kind of watch me go through from starting from zero to wherever it ends up. So anyway, last video I showed you guys how I created my product labels, and I have my holiday collection and they're pretty much ready to go, you guys. I have the labels. So this is the peppermint bark candle. They turned out so cute. And over the weekend I did even more wick testing on my candle. So I have so many different wicks, you guys, but I am in love with the wick and the way it throws the scent. It's going pretty good. I like it. And so there's that. And then this is the Christmas tree, and I haven't trimmed the wick on this yet, so it's definitely not going to ship out like this. But Christmas tree, and this one even has glitter on it. And then my gingerbread house candles. And I think I'm going to change the name of Christmas tree because it has more sense than just pine. So it might be like Christmas. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys in this video how I take my product photos. And I am still very much learning during this product photo kind of process. It's very important that I've learned to get a very good product photo. So here's my strategy. On Etsy, as I was browsing through like the top candle sellers, I noticed that they don't have stark white backgrounds. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They have kind of like lifestyle photos. And if you go on Amazon, you notice a lot of those photos have stark white backgrounds. So I kind of, with each product, I do a lifestyle and then a stark white background. So for my white background, this is what I use, you guys. I don't know if you can see. It's just an Amazon box with the flaps cut off, and it has to be big enough for your product, obviously. Flaps cut off, and then a piece of what is this, poster board to fit, white poster board, and you just fit it in. And I typically let the poster board kind of hang out a little bit because it gives me more space to play with, and I don't have to put the product right back there. And so this is what I do, and so far it's been working. And then I do the editing. Nowadays I do the editing in ipiccy, and I am so happy that I changed the way I've been editing. But anyway, I will show you guys that. Let me get into how I set up my lighting and this, and then we'll go from there. Thanks. Okay, thanks. So now I've moved on to the vlogging camera because I've obviously need my DSLR to do the photos. So I will link my cameras down below. They are very old, so if you're curious, but there's definitely newer models out there. This is my setup. So this is my crafting table where I do a lot of stuff. I sew, I do my candles, all of that jazz. And then here is what I was talking about with the Amazon box, and I just set it up. And then I also have my lighting here, lighting, and then I'm gonna set up my camera, which is my Canon T3i, so old. Anyway, so that is what I am going to do. My house does not have natural light, so I have to use lights and things like that. So I have to set up my lights, and as you can see, I can slide this with that extra white that I have hanging out. I have a lot more room to play with. So yeah, and this cost me like, oh my gosh, this was free with my Amazon shipment, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree, so $1. Yeah, and just set up your photo right, or your product right in the middle, and then make sure your lighting is good. I will link the lighting down below that I use, and then pretty much just take your pictures. So I use the DSLR to take my pictures. You can definitely use your phone camera. I think the key is having good lighting. Once you have that good lighting, you can edit the photo to look really good, even with like an iPhone camera, and whatever phone you have, actually. Smartphone, you can do that. So here's my, I don't even know if you can see that, if that's worth showing you, but I'm just taking product photos right now. A couple things I want you to remember when you are taking photos: make sure to turn off your overhead lights, like your fan lights and things like that. Just keep your natural light, because that will give you kind of a yellow tint to your product. any other tips to give you guys? Take all angles. So especially with Etsy, I've been paying attention to the guides they've been putting out, which I'm so thankful for. So pay attention to those guides. They tell you to take all angles, which back when I first started, that is something I was not doing. I would just take like a couple photos and put that on there, or maybe even one photo. So customers want to see all angles and they want to see a lifestyle shot. So not only the stark white photo, you're going to want to include that lifestyle shot. So right now I'm just taking the white photos, and then I'm going to show you my setup for the lifestyle shot. Okay, so I've pulled out some Christmas decor from my closet. It is, I got a Christmas pickle, not sure what I'm going to do with that. Some cute lights, garland, Christmas stuff, and then I'm going to set this stuff up. Ooh, got some ribbons. What? I'm going to set this up to set the scene for my Christmas candles. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. This is where I'm going to do it. I like to take my photos here because of the white thing that my hutch. This is something that I painted white, and it's currently Halloween, so that's why this is here. So I'm going to remove this and then do the Christmas setup. Okay, so here's the setup that I've come up with. We'll see how it goes. It might be a little too much, but I'm going to take a couple pictures and see how this plays out. A lot of this stuff was from Goodwill or the dollar spot, Dollar Tree. Yeah, this might, I don't know if I should keep that light on or off, but I'm going to take some photos and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright you guys, so I'm pretty sure I am done with my holiday photo shoot. These are all of the candles put together. I'm glad I got this done today. I've gotten so much done during my child's nap time, it's out of control. So I got the holiday candles done, and I also am going to be working on a new candle I am so excited about, you guys. The sorting hat candle. It's going to be available soon. It's a Harry Potter themed candle, and it's going to be a latte style like these. There's going to be a witch hat. It's going to smell like butterbeer. It's going to be a brown latte with white foam, and when you burn the candle, there's going to be a surprise color that will show you what house that you belong in. So it's going to be like a sorting hat candle, and it's going to have the hat, the whole shebang, and smell like butterbeer. Get ready. Anyway, I'm going to show you how all of my photos look once I've edited them in ipiccy. I'm sorry, my braces are making me sound weird. Okay you guys, I'm going to quickly show you guys how I edit my pictures in a website called ipiccy.com, and I will link down below the YouTube channel that I used. Her name is Starla Moore. She's a Etsy seller who has like techie videos and stuff like that, and that's how I learned about this website. So I'm going to just do the basics of what I know. So I'm definitely not an expert with this site, but this is how I can get by with just editing really quick, really simply. So I already picked a photo that I want to show you guys that I'm going to edit, and I'm going to go straight to this exposure tab right here. And what I learned from her channel is to edit in layers. And so the reason for that is if I want to add highlight, if I just go straight to that, it's going to just look weird. So to edit in layers, so I'm going to just keep layering on highlight to this picture until I like it. So let me keep doing that. You can see how it just subtly changes it and makes it look really nice. So now it's a little too much. So let's do that. I might do like a white balance. So I'm going to go to colors and neutral picker. So I'm going to pick a part of this photo that is white. So what's the best white? I'm going to use this, and it looks a little warm. I don't like that. So cancel colors. Okay, I'm gonna apply, and then I'm just gonna keep adding some maybe exposure. And I'm definitely not a professional, but this is like me being a total newbie to this site. I'm just playing with it. So I'm adding some exposure to brighten it up. And as you can see, it washed out some color. So I'm going to go to hue and saturation and add some more saturation to it. You see how that makes it pop? So I think this looks good. Actually, let me turn it down a little bit. I think that looks good. And I want it to look a little more crisp, so let me find under the sharpen tab, go to clarity if you want to just kind of get a sharper image. I'm sorry if you hear that back there. It's like a storm outside, so a lot of stuff is happening. Okay, this looks good. And now my clock's going off. There is a lot of different noises here. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I kind of like that. So this is a quick tutorial. I'm just trying to get this done before my son wakes up for his nap. I think it looks nice and crisp. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of how I take my product photos and edit and set the scene and do all of that. The Harry Potter candle I'm very excited about. It's coming out soon, within probably the week or so. Now that I've perfected my wick and everything, I can just start rolling things out. Also, I've been doing some things on Etsy. I've turned on promoted listings, so I'm going to let that sit for a couple weeks and analyze the data. I've also been using Marmalade a lot, and the keywords that I've been finding, I've actually been naming my items after some of the really good keywords, and that's how I named my Harry Potter candle. And we're going to see how that goes, so hopefully that goes well. But that's about it. Until next time, you guys. Bye!